guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Today we're going to be going over AT&T Incorporated. This on August 2nd, 2019. It's currently trading at $34.17. Its 52-week high is 34.64, and its 52-week low is 28.80. So it's pretty close to its 52-week high. It's they're doing pretty good things with the company overall. I'm gonna go over some of the things that they're doing that I feel are reflecting this price. So AT&T and Microsoft. This is on their website. Uh, on the 17th of July, it says AT&T and Microsoft announced a strategic alliance to deliver innovation with cloud AI and 5G. Microsoft, really big name, really big player in the AI world. So, you know, the fact that AT&T is partnering with Microsoft, is a really big deal. And to bring cloud services, is another big deal as well. It says multi-year collaboration will accelerate AT&T's public cloud first internal transformation and deliver new customer offerings built on AT&T's network and Microsoft's cloud. So, cloud services is a really big thing. It's almost like a buzzword, really, when you speak of anything about the cloud. But it's grown over the years, and it's just become a way of life, basically. So I think that's really big news that AT&T and Microsoft are working to make innovations with AI and 5G. Next, says another one that was the 16th of July, so that was the day before this one came out. There's a press release with IBM and AT&T. It says IBM and AT&T announced multi-year strategic alliance. So it says companies to expand relationship to enable moving AT&T business applications to IBM Cloud. IBM to make business primary provider of software-defined networking. So basically, IBM is going to be making AT&T its primary software network client. So, this is a huge deal because IBM has a lot of processes that they do. They're a really big company, and this will be a really good move for IBM moving forward, especially since AT&T is like one of the first companies, if not the first company, to have 5G. So, you know, these are two big, you know, business relationships that are being built here with Microsoft and then another one with IBM. And, that's just going to do nothing but increase the value of the stock. And I think those two are pretty much lead reasons why this stock is going as high as it's going, because they're backed by IBM and Microsoft, which themselves are really good companies. Next, we'll talk about on the 29th of July. So this was recently. Deborah L. Lee joins the AT&T board of directors, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the corporate world, but anytime there's a new board of directors, it's a really big deal, because the president of the company, the CEO, usually reports to the board of directors, and the board of directors kind of help define which way the company moves forward. So, having a new board member or losing a board member is always a big deal in any company's history. So, AT&T adds Deborah L. Lee, who's the former chairman and CEO of BET. She was the CEO from 2005 to 2018, if I'm remembering correctly, which I'm pretty sure that's correct. And, personally, I think Deborah L. Lee did a fantastic job with BET, helping it to grow as a network and, bringing better programming and more programming to the world. Uh, BET has definitely grown uh, over the years. I mean, it was pretty big, but I think after Miss Lee kind of stepped up. It jumped to being one of the leaders of programming television. Um, from the BET Awards and all the different shows and stuff that come on there, to like it even shows on here. The New Edition story, Being Mary Jane, Black Girls Rock. I think that she brings a new perspective, a very diverse perspective to the board, which I think is a fantastic thing because not only is she a woman, she's an African American woman, and that diversity to the board is always a good thing because it's not just a one-sided board. So it's another form of perspective to a board to where you can get multiple ideas coming in for how to move forward with the company. You know, I know a lot of boards are not as diverse, and it may be like one perspective type of people that are on the board. I mean, even though they come from different backgrounds, they've had previous jobs, but as for diversity wise, I don't think a lot of boards are that diverse when it comes to, ethnicity. So I think this is a pretty cool move for AT&T in my opinion, and I think that it will yield really great results for the company. Um, and I'm excited to see, all the things that are added as she becomes a new board of directors. Then lastly, AT&T just recently, this was today, uh, says AT&T TV Now, AT&T Watch TV are different services, but it says AT&T. Last week, AT&T confirmed that they're launching AT&T TV as live TV streaming service, uh, which is targeting direct TV. So, man, there are a lot of different AT&T services. So basically, this is the breakdown of it. There's DirecTV as AT&T satellite service. There's AT&T TV, which is streaming version of DirecTV. Then there's AT&T TV Now, which is Direct Now rebranded. So the only change right now is the name DirecTV Now is changing to AT&T TV, which is the change that basically this whole article is made about. It says DirecTV Now is changing to AT&T TV Now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. And then it says AT&T Watch TV is a $15 a month streaming service with a handful of channels very similar to Philo, but will significantly different channel lineup and no DVR. Then there's Uverse TV, which is AT&T's legacy TV service that ran through its old Uverse internet service. According to AT&T trading document posted on AT&T, will stop selling Uverse in market that AT&T TV has rolled out. So there are a lot of different forms of AT&T TV that are out there, but basically the gist of this is that AT&T Now is Direct TV Now. So, those two have become one. It's the same thing. Which I think is, pretty good that they have all these different versions of streaming services and TV services out there. I think it's very diverse packages. Because I remember back in the day, it was like, you get cable, it is cable. You got all the channels, but there was a time where it was like, okay, you want to get movies, you got to get another package, and you got to get another sports package. You got to get another package on top of that package. But now I see, I like that it's basically they found out what people like, and they have tailored it around that, which I think is really good. So my overall synopsis of this is that AT&T is growing, uh, both as a company, in my opinion, and as as a company like managerial wise, and a company strategically. So I think that's a really good move for AT&T. I think also as more people use 5G, that the company will increase then as well too. When I think that Microsoft and IBM are realizing that, and that's why they're trying to make ties with AT&T at this current time. So I'm going to rate this as a buy, and I'm going to say that a buy for the long term, because I think if you're buying it now, I don't think you're going to directly see the stock go up that much, but I think it's going to go up steadily, especially as 5G gets more implemented, and they have this cloud service, and they're doing more services for IBM. Uh, and then also with their new board member, I think her insight from her past experiences will help to move the company also in another good direction. So make sure you subscribe to the video or subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching the video, and it's been another episode of Market Marauders.